All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and open up to your notes, please. You just need a little bit of space right now for your notes. Because we're just going to write down these 4 words. These should be old words that you should already know. We're just going to review them real quick because they are in your homework and they were in your pregame. All right, mean. What does mean mean? Go, Piper. You remember? Anybody? Go, Soleil.
Actually, I don't know exactly which one it is. Oh,
it's the average. So the average is when you take the sum of all numbers, not hashtags, sum of all numbers, divide it by
just go to numbers.
the total number. Somebody answer him, please.
Yeah. No.
So you take the sum of all your numbers and then you divide it by the total numbers that were in it. That will get you the mean or the average. Elle?
I was median.
Yeah, median. What's median mean?
The middle.
The number in the middle. And that is your, when it's in numerical order. Okay, it's got to be in numerical order for that median to work. That's when you cross out and you try to get to the middle. Yes.
Mode.
Yep. What's mode mean?
It's the number that's most repeated.
Number most repeated. Love it. It can be non-applicable if there are no repeats. It can also be multiple numbers. Okay, if there's a couple numbers that are repeated twice or repeated 3 times, you can list more than one mode. The number most repeated. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, the range.
The range is what?
The range is the difference between the biggest and the smallest number.
The difference between the greatest and least. Remember, difference means subtract. When you're done with those, make sure you have 2 colors out. And you are going to need a full page of notes, so a completely blank page. Yes, ma'am.
What's the range? You can almost see like the range of numbers between
The range of numbers that's in between. Yes, ma'am.
You say completely.
Jupiter, will you get that for me? Miss Miller's room, student speaking. Yes.
Can it have stuff on the back for like 200?
Yeah, no, it's okay if it's on the back of one. You will need 2 colors. If you don't have any coloring utensils, you can borrow from the back behind Emma. Emma, raise your hand. Hi, this is Emma. In the pink thing back there, that's where all my colors are. You need your something to write with, your pen or pencil, and you also need 2 distinct colors. So if you need to do that, get that right now, and you need a blank page. Miss Miller. What's that?
Not off the top of my head, but I can figure out. Okay. Okay, can I tell you during the rush? I know, but I can't read it. Yep, okay,
All right, the 2 colors I'm going to be using are pink and orange. And this is your full page of notes over here. Full page. I don't care if it's on the back or not, but your full page of notes. We are talking about a Cartesian grid. Why is it called a Cartesian grid, you say? Because it's named after the man who created it, whose name is? Anybody? Piper?
This is the question I'm sorry.
Okay, what's up?
Can we use pens?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Rene Descartes. Old ugly guy with a big old schnoz. Seriously, his nose is like this. Not cute.
Sounds attractive.
Yep. So he came up with this Cartesian grid, so I'm going to use black for my pencil, And then if you want to use the other two colors. So your Cartesian grid is a 4-quadrant grid / graph. Do not go all the way to the edges, please, with your lines. But it needs to be nice and large.
You just want us to do this with the color?
No, if I'm writing in black, that's your pencil.
Why are you on a Why are you on a Google Meet?
I'm not on a Google Meet. I just have a bunch of kids that need to pay attention to what's going on here. So I'm recording it. I know, sorry, you're like on camera. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Otherwise, I'll send it to your parents.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right, so never. All right, we have these 4 quadrants. You are used to working in this quadrant. Okay? This is called quadrant number 1. We list it as an I, which is Roman numeral for 1. Then it goes counterclockwise. Number 2, number 3, and number 4, which as a Roman numeral is listed as 1 before 5. Okay, so we have our 4 quadrants. What is this called? Use your mathy words. Go. The origin. Yes, sir. The origin is the point 0, 0. Okay, now's where I'm going to start to use my colors. When I'm going to the right or to the left, this is on my x-axis, which is horizontal. My x-axis goes across, across. My x-axis goes across, which means my y-axis goes vertical. You can remember the difference because if you think of the tail of the y, goes long and down, that's why it's your y-axis. And remember, this is vertical. So when we write these points, they're called a coordinate pair. And they're listed with 2 parentheses and a comma. We list them as X, then Y. They are in alphabetical order if you can't remember which one comes first. Remember, X goes across, and Y goes up and down. Whoa, there's a thing there, watch out. Okay, hopefully so far everything has been reviewed. Nod your heads, yes? This is all old. Great, that's exactly what I'm hoping for. That's why I'm going through it pretty quick. So if I'm going too fast, you still gotta let me know, but hopefully this is all old stuff, but I'm just kind of like bringing it back to your memory. Yes, ma'am.
I think we did something like this. Like you would
6th
find
grade.
the points.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
That
This
is
is just kind of the review of that. Yep. And supposedly Miss Blanford and Miss Matthews were way cooler than I was because they did Christmas trees.
Oh, we did that too.
Whoop-de-doo! Oh, good job, Miss Williams.
I did this in 5th grade.
Yes.
I also did
Oh yeah, no, I'm not that nice.
Yes, you are.
Nope.
You're really
Not that nice. It's okay. So there are different types of coordinate pairs in each of the quadrants. So notice how I'm setting up the parentheses with my comma separating them. You are used to working in quadrant 1, which is dealing with all positive x values and positive y values. But now we get to add quadrant 2, where if we go backwards on the number line,
negative.
we're in the negatives.
We already did 6th
Beautiful. But we're still in the positives for y, because we're still going up on the y-axis. Quadrant 3, my favorite quadrant. Everything is negative.
Because we're both going down.
Because they're both going, you're going backwards and down. Yep. And then in the fourth quadrant, we're still going positive for x, but we're going negative for y. So we have positive, negative. So if you are given only the coordinate pair, you should still be able to tell me which quadrant it's in.
I seriously cannot write with my
Yes, ma'am.
Something you could do to remember is like act like the people like quadrant 3 is always negative. They're always negative. They're never.
That's true. Whatever works for you. Charlie, you got a question? Just stretching. Good. All right. Any questions about my mean, median, mode, range, and/or my Cartesian grid over here? Beautiful.